All right, what's up, everybody? Rolling Pin Podcast, Gary Foods, and I'm here with the wrestling card king, Rob England. Rob England, this is his third time on Rolling Pin, more than any guest, and with good reason. So recently, um, Rob participated in the Goldin Auction, as you all know from previous episodes, with his rock stickers from Cairo, Egypt. These stickers have now sold for 33,000. Am I correct? Or let's get the accurate figures on that.
So thank you for bringing me back
Yeah, no
on.
problem.
It's
No
always
problem.
a pleasure. And the final price for the bidder after they buy or pay the buyer's premium was $34,400 for the 1997 Panini Rock number 113. And he's actually Rocky Maivia on that piece of memorabilia.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Rob, for coming back on. And there's two reasons why I wanted to bring you on. One, to check up on you personally, make sure you're doing well, away from the financial piece, because I know that could be certainly exciting. And also to provide value, because when you get into these spaces of selling these stickers and these cards for just extremely high amounts, people are now looking at you like, oh damn, what can we learn from Rob? Like, how can we go about it? And I know we talked about it in our previous episode, but I just want to resurface that and bring that back up for people um who might be looking to do the same thing, of course. So let's start by just asking you first and foremost, did the sale go exactly how you wanted it to go? Or, what was your expectation of the rock card going in or the rock stickers going in?
Yeah, so there was a lot of different opinions. So some of my collecting friends said, several thousand, and some ranging from as low as 2 to 3,000 to some saying 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
I think personally, I had about a $10,000 floor
Okay.
that I didn't want to sell it any cheaper than that. And then there were some people that were wildly optimistic and shooting numbers at me of 50,000, 75,000. So I really didn't know exactly where it was going to end. And so it fell, somewhat in the middle of that, which
Mm-hmm.
I think was for a first time sale. I think it's really promising as far as what it'll do in the future in a Gem Mint 10. I
That's
do
good.
think the card or the sticker in this case isn't necessarily going to be super rare in the PSA 8, PSA 9 category,
Mm-hmm.
but just due to how fragile stickers are, to find it in a 10 is going to be a big win for anyone fortunate enough to get that grade. There's
Mm.
been over 50 graded, and I was able to get two, so I was
Yeah.
really blessed in that regard.
Thank you, thank you. And I want to also let everybody else know too that the wrestling card king Rob England actually set the bar at the Golden Auction for the highest. Was it just stickers or was it cards as well for the highest price of any wrestling piece of something like this sold?
Yeah, so initially Golden had said that it was the highest price for a wrestling card, and that's
Hmm.
not true.
Okay.
It was the highest price for a wrestling card that was not out of the 1982 Wrestling All Star set. So there were
Ah,
three previous sales of two Hulk Hogan cards and one Andre the Giant. So any wrestling card outside of 1982, this
mhm.
was the highest.
Got you. Do they give you the ability to do they give you the opportunity and ability to meet the person who's purchasing? I'm just curious. Like, do they let you meet the person, the end buyer, or is it just like a space where you don't get to meet each other? Sort of like is it like set up like eBay in a way, or is it like, we never met?
No, I'm not able to meet the buyer,
Okay.
but I was able to find out who that buyer was through Twitter
All right, got
and
you.
Instagram. So it's Bleecker Trading out of Manhattan
Shout out to
or New
him.
York City area that is now the owner of that rock.
I wanted to give him a shout out. That's why I was asking. So shout out to him. If we can find him, we'll tag him and shit. Maybe he can even come on the show. We could do like a 3-person Zoom or something like that. That'd be pretty awesome. So you do have, I guess, a little bit more ammo in the clip. Don't you have another? Do you have another one that's sitting somewhere?
I do, and I just have it handy right here.
There it is.
So I have another 10, but in reality, I'm not tempted to sell it.
All right.
And I know that many people are obviously thrilled for me, and I'm thankful for their support. But I am a collector at heart and not a flipper, and so that one's going to remain with me.
And I like that about you, because I'm sure on the higher percentage side, people will probably see that sale for 34, and they'll immediately go grab the next one and say, "Man, I gotta sell this one as well." So it's nice to see that you're actually holding it. And just by the way it looks, I think we're just in a small time period. Going back to what we always say about The Rock and his character and everything. The Black Adam's coming out. People are talking about him for presidency still. So I honestly think that if the card culture continues to stay as where it is, that card can be even more valuable than it was before, and that might have even been the intention of the person who even purchased it. So it's nice, man.
Absolutely. If he
Yeah.
makes a presidential run, whether it be 2024, 2028, or as the young Rock, I think it's a 2032 campaign,
Hmm.
and just all of the presidential
Yeah.
memorabilia, it could really literally go to the moon, I
the
think,
the
at that
fact
point.
that the fact that it's even on his mind, like it's the fact that it's even associated with him is just enough. You know what I mean? Like just the fact that people even considering The Rock to be president, it's almost, I can't say it's like he is the president, but it's nice to be in that type of conversation. You know what I mean? So shout out to The Rock.
Well, he was the people's champion. Maybe
Yeah,
he's the people's
he still
president.
he still is the people's champion. You know what I mean? All the things that he does in the gym and whatnot. So, and he's continuously elevating himself as he gets older. Usually, you see people deteriorate. He's getting bigger. He's getting stronger. You know what I mean? Getting more wise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the survey that came out as far as his favorability rating was almost 50%. I think it
yeah,
was 46, forty-eight
yeah. I saw
percent
like 46. I thought I saw 46.
46,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is really, really high.
Yeah, I'm on. I would be on that 46% side. I would like to see The Rock as president, just being in the position that I'm in with wrestling culture and whatnot. I'm sure you would as well. You know
I
what I
was
mean?
kidding with my friend, just various friends, and I was all saying, well, no matter what he would do with taxes, I think I would come out in the long run with all my cards that I have of him.
Yeah, for
So
real. Yeah, he might even bring you on board to be a part of his board. You know what I mean? But that's amazing, man. Thank you so much. So just looking at just collecting in general, because I want to be able to help. I want us to be able to help car collectors who are just getting into it, who are looking for this type of information from, people who've been doing it for as long as you have. Because I always see you on Twitter opening up new packs, and it's fucking hordes and hordes of valuable cards. And I'm wondering, and I'm sure other bosses wondering too, what specific card pack should we be looking at to kind of yield? I'm not gonna say the same results as this Rock sticker card because you got to travel to Cairo to get that kind of shit. But what types of packs should we still be looking for everybody who's just getting into the hobby, who's looking to maybe even flip, hold, or invest long term?
I've said this before, but I think the opportunities out there are to buy some complete sets. So many times you're able to buy a complete set, go through those cards, examine their condition. Sometimes you could pick up sets for roughly the same price
Mm-hmm.
as some of the star cards that are in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have the rest of that lot or the rest of that set to flip and to take away some of that initial cost. So if
It's
you're able to front that money and then be active as far as with selling, then I think that's the way to go. Some of the unopened is pretty high priced now,
Mhm.
although it's really fun to rip. So I say complete sets or sellers that have big lots on eBay are the opportunity.
So
And I do
explain. Oh, go
believe
ahead.
that there's a little bit of an ebb right now where cards were going straight up and valuable, just on a just way up to, and with no sign of coming down. And they're coming down the other side just a little bit, which may produce some opportunity to get into the game.
Thank you, thank you. So explain sets for people because I know that they come in boxes and they come in the individual packs. By sets, do you mean the individual packaging or do you mean like the box itself?
So a box may produce a set, it may
Mhm.
not. And so those are a random collation of cards.
I got you.
We have some sellers that if it's a 200 card set and they sell it as a set. So you're guaranteed one card of each card from that set, right?
I got you.
And so it just depends. You know, sometimes you want to roll the dice and have that random luck where you might get 2 or 3 of one card by ripping. You know, for example, I have a 1995 WCW main event box.
I got you.
And I'm hoping to get 3 stunning Steves jumping off the ropes.
Yeah. So aside from the Rocks card, do you have any cards that could be perceived? I mean, the Rock is the Rock, but do you have any other cards that could be perceived in these same values that could go to Goldin Auction that we should be aware of, or that the Goldin Auction should be aware of? Because we want to also get that over to them. You know what I mean? If you have any intentions on doing that.
Yeah, I'm not playing the consignment game anytime soon, I don't think.
All right.
I do have a 1973 annual of Andre the Giant in PSA 10. That's a pop 4. I think it would be an extremely valuable card. I know that Jeremy Padower has that card.
I got you.
One of my buddies has that card in a PSA 10, so that just leaves one other out there.
Okay, so you got.
I'm not replacing that card anytime soon, so
I got you.
I'm keeping it.
Did you aside from all that, thank you for sharing that. I just wanted to bring you on to first congratulate you on the sale. Thank you again for jumping on the show, and thank you for providing that information. Switching over, because I never asked anybody post WrestleMania. Did you get the opportunity to watch WrestleMania?
I did not.
Oh,
no.
Damn. Oh, okay. I was just looking for, just somebody to have that experience and that conversation with, but it's all good. Thank you. I guess this is really all I wanted to cover. Just wanted to jump on here and, again,
and I just want to thank everyone for their, allowing me to jump on their podcast and for retweeting and creating publicity for the rock card that was at Goldin Auction. I actually even had a gentleman who's creating card savers for this US Hobby Pro, and he just randomly wanted me to have these, and I was running low on them, these card shields. So
yeah,
I feel very fortunate for all the support that I have out there. And
thank you. Oh yeah, we got your back, and I'm gonna make sure we continue to spread this message. And as you continue to collect and you come across these valuable items, you're always welcome back on the Rolling Pin Podcast to showcase your hobby.
Yeah, so if people want to give me a follow at Wrestling Card K1 on Twitter, I'll just keep on sharing my recent results and acquisitions. So
also too, if you do follow him and you do have questions about card collecting, he's also available to answer those for you as well. He's a very resourceful person. You know what I mean? Helping me out as well. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.
All right.
Wrestling Card King Rob England.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You have a great day. Nice seeing you again.
Great seeing you as well. Appreciate the time with you.
Yep. Talk to you later.
All right.
All right.
Bye.